die. That's just not very good play there by Jaedong. He's trying to get these Dark Swarm Defilers out. Here we go. First swarm down right in the face of those tanks. He is going to burrow those lurkers, and one tank down. Second, very damaged. Third, quite a bit damaged as well. And meanwhile, Tank Splash is able to hit those, so he's going to have to move them in there and take them out. There we go, trying to get his army rearranged once again. Meanwhile, the Terran is going to be moving up the map, trying to put some pressure on here. The tanks are back there. Dark Swarm under there. He loses only 1 or 2 Marines. Very good micro. They do not... The Lurkers totally tear up Marine Medic if you can get into them and really get some hits down, but these players are so good they can really back away at the moment's notice and be able to hit that scan, maybe take out a Lurker or two, see what's going on. We have some sunken colonies down now. Jaedong clearly wants to take out those vessels. That Irradiate just hit a Defiler, I believe, and that is so annoying. Did he get to it? It looked like that. Oh, they just barely missed that vessel. I didn't think they'd even get close, but barely missed the vessel. And the Dark Swarm again forces the Terran to retreat. If you're good with the Dark Swarm, you can really really dictate where the battle is going to go, because the Terran's just going to have to retreat. Cannot fight against the Dark Swarm. Meanwhile, more Scourge. He is really determined not to let him build up the science vessels. Another battle there, and there the Lurkers were in there for a smidgen too long. And will he take out the vessel? Yes, and he takes out the vessel. That's a big win for Jaedong. Took out quite a few Marine Medic. Lost maybe a Lurker or two, but not a big loss for him. He needs to take out that force. Meanwhile, double Engineering Bay up to counter the double Evolution Chamber. The winner of the upgrade battle, of course, so important when it comes to this matchup. If you've got an advantage in the upgrade and can manage to pin your opponent down and force him to attack at that time, that can be the crucial game-winning attack right there. So vessels right over the army, lures the Scourge, and I believe he took a hit, but he stays up in the vessel. He's up against that wall now. He's going to try to fight. He's trying to pick off the Defiler, but he casts a Dark Swarm on himself to stop him. Very good play. Of course, Marine's totally ineffective against the Dark Swarm. Here we go. Take him out now. There we go. That's good play there by Hwasin to really just annoy Jaedong and take out these Defilers. Don't let him build up Defilers, and he still has 2 vessels. Really chasing these Lurkers now. He knows he's got him exposed. He takes him 1 down. He's going to take the rest down, and the 3rd goes down, and he's going to be able to get to this expansion. Not good for Jaedong. Jaedong has to do something quickly. This is the same position he found himself in last time, trying to defend an expansion that he is not able to get to conveniently and is stretched to try to get. So here we go. We have Lurkers coming in. Meanwhile, science vessels managing to dodge the Scourge. The Zerglings coming in to try to mess up the Marine Medic and try to stop him. Meanwhile, here we go. We got a 3rd base going up for Hwasin. If he can hold on to that 3rd base. We have a Plague on the field now. Plague, of course, another great Defiler ability. Hits 1 science vessel. Would have liked to hit the other one, but hits some Marine Medic as well. And I'll tell you what, those are going to die pretty quickly. Drain the medics of life, and 1 hit from those Zerglings really are going to take their toll. So we have 1-1 upgrades for these Zerglings. I hope they'll show me a Marine soon so we can see 1-1 upgrades for the Marines. So they're on pace in that. Right now, I mean, neither is going to have any advantage from the upgrades. The question is if one of them's right up above it. Is that a 2 now? Is that a 3? I can't see. I really wish I could see. The screen here is so small and the quality isn't quite good enough for me to make out. I really wish I could give you more information on that. So we have some Lurkers here in the middle. They know they're there. Science vessels coming in. He lost 1. He lost 2 science vessels. And 1 is at 1 health from that Plague. Oh, there. The Defiler went straight in and got irradiated. But he's chasing down the army before he dies. He's a valiant, heroic hero there. Just casts those 2 Dark Swarms and really pins the Terran back in there because he's not going to try to advance through those Dark Swarms even though Jaedong's army is not there anymore. We have more science vessels coming out, a continuous stream of them, of course, continuous stream from those barracks, trying to reinvigorate his forces. Here we go. Lurkers burrowing. Scourge come out, but there are no science vessels over there. And meanwhile, it looks like a couple Lurkers lost up top. There are 2 battlefields now, and here we go. Marine Medic and Lurker trading. Look at this micro here. Look at that micro by Hwasin, and here he's dodging the Lurkers. He takes another one out. And if he takes that one out, oh, I can't see. He's scanning. Oh, That is beautiful. Now, that's one hell of a play there by Hwasin. You see, he came in with just a couple medics and Marines, was able to take out a whole pack of lurkers. I don't think he'll be able to do it again with those. But he was able to take out a whole pack of lurkers by dancing his Marines around. Those spikes of fire in a straight line. If they're only hitting one Marine at a time, that is not good. Here's a drop. Oh, we got the Scourge, and they're not going to be able to get anything down. We have 2 Marines in the base, and Jaedong stops him. He's trying now. He gets a Plague off on those Marines and a Dark Swarm. He really dealt with that drop well. The dropship goes down, as well as the entire group of Marine medic in it. That is going to be a big blow. You just hate to see that happen if you're the Terran player. You want that drop to be massive. Those are the kind of things that can really take out the Zerg player and really mess him up if you can take out a whole lot of drones in that timing there. It's just really tough to come back from, but you can see Jaedong was more than a match for it. These tanks are out in the middle of nowhere, and they're going to get laid down, it looks like, the Dark Swarm being cast. They have covering tank fire from these, but he's losing quite a few tanks here. He doesn't want to be losing those. Very cost-effective little push there. But meanwhile, the Terran army has found its way over to the side. The Zerg has nearly nothing there. He's going to try to hold them off with these Dark Swarms. And can he take out the vessel? Yes, he did take out the vessel. So I think Hwasin should be a little bit more careful with these vessels. Obviously, he's trying the best he can. We have a Plague now on these guys, so they're going to be taking some damage. 1, 2, 3. Oh, being completely destroyed. I'd love to see that as a Zerg player. I'd be like, haha, yes, all are dead. Yes, but those Marines took a serious pounding from there, and the Zerglings coming through. More vessels going to be taken out here. The Scourge doing their job excellently. Huge group of Zerglings, and right across the map, seems like only a second ago, the Terran was in a good position with no Zerg army to stop it from raising that base, and Jaedong has completely flipped the tables around. We're going to see the Scourge maybe been a bit greedy there. No, he got the hit in. And here comes the army. The Marine medics very tentative around those lurkers. They're being irradiated right now. He does not want to go in too early. See another command center up. He clearly wants to lift that off and try to get a 4th expansion. But here we go. We got some Zerglings in the base. This is going to be trouble for him. He's got to keep that tank alive. Tank goes down. Marine goes down. And he's going to be in and getting that tank. Meanwhile, he's siphoned off a couple of Zerglings to go and attack the economy. This is very good. And he takes out every single SCV there working on minerals. Huge hit to the economy of Hwasin. This is going to be tough. He knows that he cannot afford to lose SCVs at this point. Meanwhile, this game now is entering the 70th. This is the 18th minute. This game is getting kind of long, and it looks like Jaedong is starting to work this advantage here. He is pushing back these armies of Hwasin with ease, it appears at this point. The hive tech really paying off for him as the defilers. Hwasin has had no real answer for him. They're being irradiated as quickly as possible, but they're still able to cast those Dark Swarms before they die and really mess him over. A couple lone lurkers there going to get completely iced. Let's see what we have here. We have more workers being Maynard over. Nearly out of resources. He's got to defend this expansion and get it working, and Jaedong knows that. He's right outside it. He's trying to go in. Lurkers going in. They're going to burrow right in the face. The Dark Swarm goes down. Terran's going to have to retreat. He's going to lose those Marines, and he does. And a Plague all over the army. He hit the entire army with that Plague. What a Plague there, and that Defiler is going to sit back, accept that irradiate, and go to little Defiler heaven or wherever it is you get congratulated for plaguing the entire opponent's army. That thing is weak now. Jaedong is going to be forcing after it. He's got science vessels in the red. He's got Marine medic in the red. Here come the Zerglings. They will tear these guys up. Ultralisk coming. Now, that's just not fair if you got Ultralisk coming up against a plagued army. A couple of science vessels go down. There's blood everywhere. The Zerg actually lost quite a few units there, but the economy of Zerg is much stronger at this point. He's going to be able to take him out. Another Plague, not quite as effective this time, but the Defiler appears to have gotten away. There's a good Plague, and it's all over the science vessels as well. This is just, he's tearing them apart with Plague. This is excellent use of Plague, and he's got a lot of vessels, but some of them are hurt, and more importantly, he has very little economy going for him. Hwasin is going to have to figure out some sort of answer soon, or else I can see this one going into Jaedong's book and tying up the series. I can see that very easily. Ultralisk trying to be badass and kill the entire base by himself. Not going to happen. Meanwhile, Maynarding some drones over to the top left corner. We have Nidus canals around the map now. Jaedong is clearly on the attack. Hwasin needs to be able to turn this around very soon, or else he's going to be in some trouble. And meanwhile, some more Zerglings trying to get in and do some economic harassment. Not going to happen. Appears as though he's big, but that was a distraction, you'll see. Distraction in order to try to take out this command center and some more vessels, and he did just that. Your command center forced to lift off again, and the thing that you need to keep in mind here is that even if he's not taking out that